back to Open House with Jerry Corneo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. Well, during the first two segments of this program, we were featuring our co-host in GNN, Harry Tambuatco, with reactions from Larry Bruhard. And, well, we found out that Mr. Harry Tambuatco, is deadly serious and out to get the congressional seat of Muntinlupa, going against an entrenched politician like Rodolfo Biazon, former Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, former senator and now congressman, and his son is also the customs. He's the customs commissioner. And by the way, his son, Biazon, what's his first name again, Harry?
Rufi.
Rufi Biazon was formerly congressman of Muntinlupa, which now we talk about something. We talk about dynasties. All right. We're going to talk about dynasties, Larry. All right. So, Larry, you here? All right. So, what do you think about dynasties?
I'm totally, let's not make the discussion longer. Dynasties are illegal under our Constitution. It gets me how these people, these very senators, can raise their hand, one hand on the Bible, the other hand swearing that they swear to the Constitution, when in that very act they are actually violating the Constitution. Now, it is very clear that we are anti-dynasties. Now, this very election, when you mentioned that about the senators, now, not for anything, but, you know, this is a very funny election with very funny candidates. Number one, the two biggest parties, one representing the president and the administration, and the other one, which is a misnomer opposition, because it's not. It's supportive as well. It's full of the same family names without having to expand on the oligarchies and the dynasties that are metastasizing to the nth degree. Now, with all the backlash of media and all the negative pronouncements, and in spite, the surveys are trying their best to try and endorse what TV is telling us, that the people accept these people. That's a lot of crap. It's not true. The people are saying no to them, but they still insist to go out there and say they're winning, the surveys are promoting them, when they should just withdraw, because it's shameful what they're doing. You have brothers, sisters, father,
husbands
son,
and wives.
Husband, wife. I mean, alam mo, if you love the country, please step down and withdraw from the race.
So, does that mean you are against dynasties?
Without question.
Okay, you are against dynasties. But it's the people who put them there. And, you know, we have a democratic form of government. And it's the people who put them there. It's not like...
hang on.
It's not like they grabbed the position and said, you know, Papa, you know, you were a former senator. Now I want to be senator. Thank you very much, you know. There are Filipinos, there are millions of Filipinos who are going to vote to put them there. So, sure, it looks like a dynasty. It smells like a dynasty. But the fact is, you know, the voting population have the last say. So, if they're voted and they're not inherited, so what's the problem, Harry?
One, political positions should not be a career. Public service in this aspect, where you generate a mandate, should not be a career.
No, it's not a career. It's just
it's a career because one wants to go in. If your father's a lawyer, you want to be a lawyer, that's natural.
Okay.
But just because your father's a senator, you want to make it a career as well. No. Wrong.
No, I agree.
Number two.
I agree, but the people vote for them.
No. Right. The people are subjects. They're subjugated. The ones who spend the hundreds of millions are the very same people who are in power, using the people's money to buy the elections, wherein the people are already subjugated and they don't know.
So we have
giving this choice to the people.
Okay.
You gotta remember. Okay, you're an informer settler. Nothing's gonna change in my life. So here comes the elections. If you're going to give me 3,000, okay, I'll vote for you. Who cares? I don't care. Nothing's going to change.
Okay.
I mean, 7.1% growth. Ask the guy down there on the street. Is he getting it? I'm not sure I know how to resolve that problem of Pinoy. I'm sure he's done well. All
Yeah.
kudos. But is the guy on the street, explain it to the jeepney driver.
Well, it's not yet trickling down. It will trickle down eventually. But, this thing,
Well,
this
hang
thing
on.
takes
Will
time.
it, or is it the rich getting richer?
Also, when the rich get richer, it will trickle down. I mean, that's the way I see it, because this is GDP. This is gross domestic product. And I think Larry here would agree with me. Yeah, there you go. He agrees. Anyway, Harry, are you saying that we have, that we cannot trust the voting public, like the electorate, they don't know what they're doing, like they're dumb, or is that more or less what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that the people have been subjects. Dynasties is not only today, Jerry.
Yeah.
These dynasties have metastasized. In fact, they have new titles because of their wealth. It's not a monarchy, it's an oligarchy that they have put themselves into positions of. Now, because they own mostly everything already in their districts, these dynasties, these oligarchs, the danger here is not too much. We just leave them there, okay. What the voters have to understand, in history, in Chinese, Asian history, even European history, okay, all facts will point to one thing. Oligarchs and dynasties have one characteristic, ang tawag dyan, insatiable appetites. Greed, because the need for more.
Yeah, but they've all been toppled.
No, yes.
They've all been toppled
exactly the
eventually.
point.
Right.
Exactly the point. What happens is the reason they get toppled is not necessarily government winning. It's called they fight each other, they go into conflict, and the people become collateral damage. Now, if history teaches us that dynasties and oligarchies are not good for us, why do we have 80% of our politicians to be dynasties and oligarchies? This election, my gosh, is the worst yet. I mean, the Senate is the most embarrassing lineup, especially the two big political parties. It's so embarrassing, it's unacceptable. It should not be tolerated.
Okay.
Totally not tolerable.
All right, so we have our stand there on dynasties. I am against dynasties per se, but when it comes to a political dynasty, in other words, it's the people who elected these ladies and gentlemen there. Then I say power to the people. So, and whether
wait, hang on.
whether our electorate, whether they're smart or dumb, or they know what you're doing, whether they're subjugated or free, is beside the point. They cast their vote, and they voted for whoever. Now, every now and then, we have situations wherein so-called dynasties, entrenched political families have been ousted. Every now and then that happens. And maybe you'll be able to do it in your district, because so far now, the people in your district, I mean, it's what?
14 years.
It's Biazon land.
Yes.
It's Biazon
Which
land.
might well change
just like,
Muntinlupa.
just like in my city, Makati. I mean, it's Binay land,
Yes.
right? So we'll see what happens there. But we just have a few minutes to go. My candidates for senator, and this will not change unless they do some really drastic stuff. But my candidates are the following: Teddy Casino, Jack Enrile, Grace Paul Manzares, and June Magsaysay. Who are yours, Larry? Who are your candidates? Do you have one?
You mean
or two?
Harry? Oh.
Sorry. Well, Larry too, but Larry's an American, so I won't be able to make too many comments here. But we're getting good reactions from Larry. We're getting really graphic, good reactions. So, he's a great help to this program and to our discussions. All right.
Some of your candidates are quite acceptable, except the dynasties.
Okay.
Jack Enrile is the son of Juan Ponce Enrile.
Right.
So to me, immediately, it's unacceptable.
Okay.
Grace Paul Manzares, acceptable.
Now, who are your candidates? Name 3 or 4.
Anybody
Yeah.
that is new, number one,
Right.
I'd rather vote for them. And 2, no returnees. I would like to have a new set of senators, and ideally from no political or dynastic family.
So Bam Aquino is out,
Yes.
Nancy Bina
Bina
is
All
out.
of them are out.
So
All the two big political parties.
So who's left?
No, we have many more running.
Out of the two
yes,
political
out of the two
parties.
political parties, there's about
You don't like June
60.
Magsaysay?
June's actually okay, but he's been there. He's done that.
Okay.
I would rather give the opportunity to a new person,
Okay.
you know, not for anything.
Like who?
Well, Marawil is this one guy who's running political, J.C. De Los Reyes, who ran for the presidency.
Now he's running
in.
for the Senate?
Yes, Senate.
Okay.
Marawil is running for the Senate
Right.
as well. You've got Lito David who's running for the Senate as well. And there's a slew of others. There's about 20, 26, 28 other candidates that do not belong to the dynasty.
Okay, but then I can see right now, well, we have to end, Harry and Larry, we have to end. Now, the thing is, they have to make themselves known. They have to make themselves household words. Household, you know, I mean, in other words, I don't doubt the, you know, the qualifications of the gentleman you just mentioned. But so far, it's only JC. JC
De Los Reyes.
De Los Reyes. There you go. JC De Los Reyes, whose name somehow rings a bell.
But
Okay?
this is the problem with our system of the electorate. The COMELEC should be promoting equitable communication or media to all candidates, number one. Number two, you should not vote based on recall. Just because this is the practice and the tradition does not make it correct.
Okay.
It is incorrect.
All right. I guess we have to have a part two, you know, where we have to discuss all of these things because we just barely scratched the surface. And then we'd like to have a list. We will, the three of us, or the two of us, Harry and I, will come up with a list of candidates in our cities, in the Senate, maybe as governor, and maybe we can get an opinion from. Would that be okay? I mean, as an American, will you be able to make any comments on Philippine politics, Mr. Larry Bruhard?
No.
There you go. But stick around anyway and join us next time, okay? Join us in our next program where we will be discussing part 2 of Politics 2013. So thank you very much, Harry.
Thank you, Jerry.
For that wonderful discussion. And thank you very much, Larry, for those wonderful facial expressions. And you know, that yes and that no, you know, really clinched this program. So, Open House with Jerry Cornell. We'll be back next week, and hopefully with the same gentlemen, Larry Bruhard and Harry Tambuatco. And so take care. I love you. God bless you.